It is Tuesday, February the 18th, 2025. I am James. You are you. We are here for, as mentioned, a very special Tuesday edition of the show that won't go away. We were not here last night. More on that later. But because of that, we bring you the gift of a Tuesday night broadcast, a Tuesday night telecast, a Tuesday night live stream. If you're someone who enjoys lingo associated to the net, I'm going to be bringing back referring to the internet as surfing the net. I was on the net the other day, and you won't believe this meme I just saw. I was on the net the other day, and you can't believe this controversial opinion I just saw. I was on the net the other day, and you can't believe this porno movie I just saw. 20 seconds long on Windows Media Player. Mamma mia. It had the kitchen sink and everything more. What a night we have on tap as we get closer and closer and closer to celebrating 5 full years. We are now under a month away. And to say that we have begun the planning would be an understatement. And to say that we are prepared would be an overstatement. There's a lot of ideas being flung at the wall each and every day. I wake up, I think about it. I go to bed, I think about it. I'm in the shower, I think about it. What's it all for? What's the point? Currently 7 minutes past the 10 o'clock hour. We haven't done a show at 9 o'clock since the beginning of the year. There's 3 people watching. I don't even know if one of them is a bot. In a second, someone in the chat might send, if you're looking to get new followers, click this link, and then a bunch of malware is going to be installed on my computer. Going to do the classic restart, like I watched something unsavory on Windows Media Player, and then my computer is, as they say, kaput. But I'm getting ahead of myself, both with viruses as well as the 5-year anniversary. You can't have a show tonight, nor can you have a 5-year anniversary without the person who's been a part of it for the past 5 years. Let's welcome to the program a very tired, a very bewildered, and dare I say, very emotional Dave Kaufman. Dave, I know that you're put through the ringer because you still got last week's background tonight. Yes. Yep. Can we hear you, Dave? Your mic on? Okay. Okay, so we got some technical difficulties. Dave is on.
No, hold on.
Dave is on. We don't know if his mic is working. As I mentioned, he's a little bewildered. He's thrown.
Oh,
He's
test.
been
Yeah, I'm on. I'm on now. Okay. We're
okay.
good.
Great, you're on. I was about to say today you were rode hard and put away wet.
Yeah, that's true. But first, before we get into that, James,
Sure.
I'd like to say thanks for having me on the net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad to have you on the net.
Yeah,
We talk on the net almost every day.
that's true. You ever see that movie?
The net?
Yeah,
No.
Sandra Bullock,
I don't
1995.
know if I've ever seen a movie starring Sandra Bullock.
What about Speed?
No, I have seen Speed. Yeah, that's a
Yes,
good movie.
Speed's good. Yeah, The Net
It's
not as
one of 2
good.
movies that I've seen starring Keanu Reeves, fellow Canadian.
Oh yeah, the other one being Point Break, likely, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, yeah.
You know
You
me.
haven't seen The Matrix?
No, I don't. I don't care about cyber warfare.
What about Hackers? You seen Hackers? There was a lot of
No.
'90s movies about. I guess The
Yeah.
Matrix is the late '90s, right? '99 or
Well,
something.
you're a classic '90s guy.
I'm a '90s guy.
Always dressed like you're going to a Dave Matthews Band concert.
Yeah, sure. Or Nirvana.
We woke up in the morning.
Oh, that's good music, James.
It's great
You
music.
should do.
Dave,
You should do. The Dave Kaufman band that does all Dave Matthews covers.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Something to put on tap for the 5-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Dave, we're on tonight because you could not do last night's show. Now,
That's
you
right.
probably, I suspect, I have this idea, or at least concern or worry, that when you send me a message while we're talking on the net, breaking it to me that you can't be there, you're thinking, oh, this guy's going to be really mad about this.
You? No, you're always even keeled.
And do I ever give you a hard time?
um,
Never about this.
Not
Never.
about stuff like this. No. Not about stuff
No.
like this. Yeah.
No. What do I give you a hard time about?
Oh, everything else.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're here tonight. Dave, you want to get into why?
Sure. Yeah. Well, you know what?
You're worried you're a bad father.
I'm worried. My daughter. My daughter had cavities.
I'm cutting right to the chase.
Yeah. My daughter had cavities, and I'm.
Okay, hold on. Let's not rush into it. How many cavities?
A lot.
What's a lot?
Like 6.
Okay. Now, I know that this put you through the ringer today, and the reason I'm asking, because I want to let you know that at one point I went to the dentist as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I had 11.
Yeah. So I might even be underballing, but I don't want to. I don't know exactly how many she had. I know how many teeth she needed to be done.
Yeah.
But yeah, my daughter. I floss every day with her. Mm-hmm. We brush twice a day.
Yeah.
I feel like she has some sugary treats now and again because she's a kid, whatever. And I think and what I've learned in doing my research is that some kids, based on the types of bacteria in their mouth, they're just more prone to these types of things. But I feel pretty
hold on.
bad.
Are you saying that your kid has a dirty mouth?
I think that she has a genetically. I mean, I wouldn't phrase it like that. I would say
halitosis, maybe.
I don't know if I'd call it halitosis. I think everyone has No. Everyone has bacteria in their mouth and stomach, and these bacteria interact with the sugars we eat for different kinds of effects.
You've read this so much that you've got it memorized in your brain.
Yeah,
You've gone to WebMD, the Mayo Clinic.
Well,
that one's always up there when you're searching ailments.
Because you feel like a failure as a father, and because she's so young, she also has to go under general anesthesia to have these dental procedures.
I want to pause here.
We're
going real fast. Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. No apology necessary. I know that you've been on WebMD all day.
Yeah.
So, okay. I want to talk about the brushing. You said twice a day.
Yeah.
How thorough is the brushing? Because I know that you also have messed up teeth, but moreover, your wife does too.
What do you mean messed up teeth? My teeth are broken?
You've been at the dentist a lot over the past couple months.
That's
true.
You
went twice in the span of a week, and I'm starting to wonder that perhaps you guys hold on. Starting to wonder, and I'm starting to worry that maybe you guys have.
Go on.
You're
Please.
maybe your daughter's
a
in
twist
the
knife
because you guys don't really subscribe to proper dental care yourself.
This is as the French call horseshit. There's been moments in my life where I haven't flossed every day, sure, but
yeah. And Dave, look, I'm gonna let you know that I flossed.
Yeah.
Personally, not at the dentist. Personally, for the first time in my life, only 2 years ago.
Yeah.
For the first time
That's
ever.
Crazy.
And I totally agree with you. And I had been to the dentist for the first time. I think it was 2023, for the first time since 2005.
Wow. So
I had 2 cavities.
That's pretty good. I mean, you're probably
so this is all to
genetically.
Say, yeah, the dentist called me Wolverine.
You're like the LeBron James of teeth.
Yeah, and you're like my son Bronny, not as good.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay. So I want to talk about this general anesthesia thing.
Yeah.
So she was just getting cavities fixed.
She was getting cavities fixed. Yeah.
Where was this when I was getting needle after needle in my face as a kid? I'm so comfortable at the dentist now because I got I was rode hard and put away wet.
Well, actually, that would be abnormal because most people who go through a very traumatic experience at the dentist develop an aversion to going to the dentist.
And this is the thing, it wasn't traumatic at all. I had great dentists. My dentist was in Côte d'Ivoire. I still remember his name.
Oh yeah? What was it?
Yeah.
Shout him out. Shout him out on the show.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing the last name.
Oh, yeah, I thought
right,
you forgot it after just saying.
No, it's a pronunciation. Dr. David Deutsch.
Okay. Sounds a little close to David Duke.
Well, it's not
Sure.
David Duke. No, it wasn't.
The whitest teeth.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's very particular about
The
whose
white
teeth he
teeth.
works
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were having fun, Dave.
Yeah,
So
sure.
it was my dentist and the dental assistant. They would gossip about people as they worked on my teeth, and I still vividly remember looking up at the light that shines above. There was a sticker right in the middle, and anytime I'm at the dentist now, again, I have no aversion to it. I'll tell you what, I find getting your teeth cleaned to be very unpleasant. That's unpleasant.
Sure, sure. I mean, it's unpleasant almost by design. But how old were you when this dental stuff was occurring?
My God, as young as I can remember.
Well, you were probably older than 4.
Well, I don't remember much from four, but
Yeah.
let's enough about James. I want to get back into this.
Mhm.
How much do you keep your daughter in the dark on the way there? Are you saying you're going to do this, or are you fairly transparent? Or are you talking in kid terms? This
Well,
kid's almost 5 now, so
she, yeah.
she knows what's going on.
We said we're going to a special dentist. We said we were going to a room similar to the room where she was born because it was in a hospital bed. And
So you're doing this as like comfort?
yeah, mommy. When
Okay.
mommy was here, that's when she had a baby. That kind of things. Comfort.
Now, at any point, is your daughter? Am I going to have a baby?
No, but she
Okay.
is planning her baby. She wants a kid
All right.
already.
Okay.
And then she couldn't eat for 8 hours before. Luckily, it was relatively early in the morning. Eat or drink, so she knew that something was up that way because she was fasting and she
Now,
already.
is the night before? Is she concerned?
No, no, she slept in our bed the night before because she was a bit concerned, but the alleviated
Mm.
by the parents. Um, And yeah, I think I mean I was more concerned than she was just about the whole thing because we had to. Yeah, I was I get anxious about these kind of things, and as
Sure.
I thought you were frozen there for a second,
No, no, I'm listening.
just like your teeth at the dentist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I was anxious, and she was okay, but when she got to the hospital, she got very very nervous, and she said,
Yeah,
"I don't want to be here.
yeah,
It's
you walk
smelly
into
in
a
here."
hospital
Yeah,
and regardless of your age,
yeah,
you immediately feel the mood has changed.
yeah, yeah. Things are serious there,
Yeah.
and serious.
She said I don't want to be
I
here.
don't want to be here. It's smelly here.
Yeah, hospitals do reek. They're very medicinal, clinical. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And they kind of smell like hospital food kind of wafts throughout the whole
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
establishment.
yeah, 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 like some potato or something like that or egg.
Yeah. But then there was a wonderful nurse gentleman who really like was great with kids and totally calmed her down and put on like her like slippers and stuff and walked her to the room.
Well,
And
hold
it
on.
was
What did
great.
he do? What did he do?
He made some faces,
Hmm.
classic faces. Firstly, he took off his mask, so it wasn't
Yep.
just, it was like a person to person kind of thing.
Yep.
Made some faces, made some silly jokes about, I forget what the jokes were, but they might not have held up at like a stand up show, but
Yeah.
they were good
Crushed
hospital.
with kids.
They
Yeah. That
crushed with
probably put
kids,
you
yeah.
at ease too.
It did. Her being at ease put me at ease because when she was
Yeah.
crying, I was like, "Oh man, like
How
it
bad
was
was the
heartbreaking."
crying?
It wasn't too bad, but and combined with my own anxiety,
Fear tears.
fear tears, yeah, and I was getting
Yeah.
some fear anxiety too, yeah, yeah, and then the teeth that they put on, they're like these silver caps, which like
Yeah.
so her molars are here silver.
You might as well call me the Silver Surfer. My mouth is full of them.
Yeah, yeah. And then I felt bad about that too because I'm like, oh no, what if kids make fun of her? But no kid's gonna make fun of her. Or what if she doesn't feel like she loses self confidence? I want to raise my daughter with high self confidence.
You're
Not
not
like
going to
her.
lose self confidence. It's interesting. You're projecting a lot.
I am projecting, and the thing is,
This sounds
I
more
had.
about little Dave
This
than
is
little
about little
daughter.
Dave because I had a big gap between my teeth. I was always not
Or the
confident.
Madonna, or the Sandra Bernhard.
Yeah, this was the David Letterman times two.
Oh
And
man, that's awesome.
yeah, yeah. And I was always on the defensive, and I had braces late. I was like, oh, my parents should have gotten me braces earlier. And so I was like, oh, that really
Yeah,
did a number on my self confidence as a kid, and I didn't want that to happen to her. And now she has these silver molars.
yeah. Oh well, I mean, other kids aren't going to look in her mouth,
No, no, no.
right?
I hope not.
Okay, well, I knew something was wrong
Okay.
when you messaged me and you used an emoji, but for real.
What was the emoji? I don't remember.
It was something to the effect of how you're affected and you did the laughy cry. And I thought, oh man, this guy's got it bad.
Yeah, yeah. I was in rough shape. Yeah.
I was there for you.
Yeah, you were there for me. You were very reassuring
Yeah.
until you made one joke. Oh, that's gonna be rough, and I was like, and
Well,
I knew it was a joke, and then I was like, oh,
yeah.
that's a joke, but then in my heart I was like, oh, what if it is rough? Yeah,
Well, I mean, this was in reference to your kids' teeth falling out, and they're gonna fall out. In the chat, High Score Run, the legend, is someone you referred to last week as someone
yeah,
wrote, quote, kids' teeth grow back, no worries.
yeah. It's true. They do grow back. They
And
will be
look,
fine.
it's one of those things, your kid's not thinking about any of this stuff.
No, no. She just wants to be home, chilling, watching Ninja Kids on YouTube.
Think about all the crap that we worried about as kids. I look, for me, I didn't worry about my teeth, but even as a little kid, I knew I had big, goofy buck teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think about my teeth at all. I don't really,
You have buck teeth?
I got buck teeth. Oh yeah.
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 Do I? A little bit.
No, you don't have buck teeth. You got a good set.
I need a. These are fake.
Like
I'm getting new ones too.
Once you get older, what are the things that, like, to me, look, the other day I had a zit on my lip and I was like, there's no hiding this. And it's excruciatingly painful.
Yeah, and plus that kind of looked like a what's it called?
Cold sore.
Cold sore, yeah. Which could be a sign
Yeah.
of herpes.
Now, I'm curious to know why. I
Well,
definitely
you
don't
can
have
live a
that.
normal life with herpes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you have to be intimate to have that.
No.
Was your kid stoned out of her gourd?
So I didn't see any kind of like goofy David after dentist behavior, because there was only one parent allowed in the room when they were waking up, and so I wasn't going to hog the spot from the mom.
Did you want to?
I no, no.
Well, how did your old lady handle all this?
She doesn't like it. Doesn't phase her at all.
Now, this is an interesting case study on you.
Yeah, I think so.
This really is an interesting case study on you. Well, everything. Look, it's the day is done and everything is past.
Yeah, yeah.
All
are fine.
things must pass, as George Harrison once sang.
That's true, and then he did.
All right, coming in from the chat, you should bite your tongue for saying that.
He did.
High Score Run writes, quote, you need a viral video to pay those dental bills. So clearly, everyone knows you paid a lot of money for this.
I didn't. It was all covered by Quebec
Wow.
dental care. Yeah. It wasn't even on my insurance. It's just...
Wait, is it... well, when can I apply for this?
I think it's for kids' teeth.
Yeah. Every time I go to the dentist, they go, insurance? I go, nope. And then they go, did you pay for parking? I go, nope.
Well, you gotta pretend to be a kid when you go.
Oh, yeah. I'll be like that Robin Williams movie.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Excuse me, Mr. Dentist.
Can you put some numbing agent on my gums when you clean them? I'm just doing the old man from 8 Crazy Nights.
My mom
That's who
will
I'm
be
doing
here.
right now.
Any minute now, I swear.
How do you feel now, Dave?
Still bad. Still bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, still bad.
Yeah, why?
I know that the logic is sound for me not to feel bad, but emotionally, it's still tomorrow I'll be fine. But emotionally
Dave,
today, I'm still
it never hurts to ask for help.
From who?
Anyone in your close circle. Maybe you could talk to your dad about it.
Yeah, right.
What type of look? You know him better than I do. That's what you think. What do you think he would say to you if you told him the stuff you told me today? Emojis and all.
He would say the same. He would be fine. He would just say, "Don't worry about it. She's gonna lose her teeth anyway."
Who do you think would be better at reassuring you, me or your dad?
Well, if I had to do a remote direct comparison, I think he would be less sort of amenable to my feelings, and you would be conscientious of my feelings, but then would throw in jokes that would be a little bit piercing now and again.
What's interesting, because the joke that you're talking about to me was so innocuous.
It was completely innocuous. There was no reason for me to read any kind of seriousness into it.
Yeah.
But my brain just processed, oh, what if it were
You
true?
were feeling vulnerable in that moment.
I was feeling vulnerable today. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for
And
sure.
I immediately apologized.
You did, which you didn't even have to. I mean, it was a funny joke.
Yeah, it was a great joke.
Yeah, it was a great
And now we're
joke.
talking about it on the show. So I think it speaks to the level of ease that you're at with the situation. And I'd also like to say that, and this is a credit to me, I've lifted the veil and I've allowed you to talk about your family and not pretend that you don't have a family in order to appear more attainable to female viewers.
I was gonna say that today, we're lifting the ban, but probably next week the ban's gonna be back on.
This is the reality, though, is that women love a man who takes care of their family.
True, but they don't want one who's just like a grovelly
Yeah,
bee.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
like cheaping out on fillings for their kids.
right, right. They wouldn't want a man like that.
Yeah, they think this is not a man that can take care of
They
me.
would say maybe that's not a man at all.
When the time comes to fix my roof, what's he going to do? Put
Yeah.
plastic wrap up
Make
there?
a nice giant silver roof.
Yeah, a nice aluminum. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's the rain.
Although I will say about this about metal roofs, I like when those bronze roof when they rust they turn
Or if you're
green.
the B-52s, tin roof.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, yeah, yeah.
Like
That's
that
what
I
I was
had
gonna
to
say.
interrupt. I had to.
No, yeah, whatever, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever, dude.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's move on now that we've caught up. We always catch up.
Yeah.
There was almost no time to prep tonight's show. I was at Fafun Electric, the venue that is both legendary for rock and roll hoochie coo, but also the home of the wrestling shows that I co-produce
The
every month.
longest running wrestling show at Fufun.
Yeah, that is true. That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Currently in competition with literally no one else. Was waiting for some ring pieces. I was there waiting for a delivery from 3 o'clock until we threw in the towel at 8 o'clock at night.
Now, ring piece, what is that?
Well, there's the wrestling ring pieces that put the ring together.
Okay, I thought it was a diminutive term for like a lady or something.
No, no, no. We don't refer. No, those are called ring rats.
Okay. Oh, even worse.
Yeah, much worse.
Much worse, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't approve of that.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't really exist in the world of. No one's like, hey, did you see that rat down there? Who, the old lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, that river rat. Anyways, I had no time to prep. You said, hey, we can do the show at 9.
Hmm.
I said, I haven't even eaten dinner yet. But before we get into the inspiration for tonight's episode, I do want to talk about an announcement, a big announcement that I advertised.
I mean, I like an announcement.
Yeah, last week we were looking at some Canadian content when we found what I believe to be one of the peak at-home moments of all time. It was a commercial from 1977 featuring Canadian TV star Bruno Gerussi, who was... Dave, are you looking for that clip right
I
now?
was just gonna say maybe we should play it.
Yeah, I think we should play it. It's got to be in there somewhere. As you tee it up, I'll talk about it. The star of the TV show The Beachcombers, we found a clip where he was looking for someone that looks a lot like him and is also a look-alike of him. And it got me thinking. With the 5-year anniversary on the way, I think that we need to, and I think that we are going to, and by think I mean I know, we are going to hold the first ever Dave Kaufman look-alike contest, and the winner will be crowned as part of the 5-year anniversary celebration. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, I don't really know what they're talking about. Who's this Bruno Gerussi character? What's the Beachcombers? What? I didn't watch last week's show. If you didn't, shame on you. We're going to pull the clip up. Dave, how close are we to getting this clip?
I found it. You want me to let's do it.
Let's go to it. This is the direct inspiration of the Dave Kaufman look-alike contest that will be gracing both your and my presence as part of the 5-year anniversary. Let's start with the clip.
Hi, I'm Bruno Gerussi.
Hi, I'm Bruno Gerussi.
Hi, I'm Bruno Gerussi.
Hi, I'm Bruno Gerussi. We've been looking everywhere for somebody who looks like me. So here's your chance. If you think you look like me, send your picture to us, and you may win a part opposite me and the Beachcombers. Send your picture to this address.
Gerussi Lookalike Contest, Beachcombers, Molly's Reach, Gibsons, BC, V0N1V0.
I still really like the clip a lot.
It's a great clip.
Yeah. We're going to do this.
We've been looking everywhere for someone who looks like me.
Now, when we put this promo video together, you think you're going to do a Gerussi impersonation, or are you just going to do you?
I think if it's a Dave Kaufman lookalike contest, it probably should just be me.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a Bruno Gerussi commercial for McCain Pizza. You want to watch it?
Let's watch that.
Yeah, hold on. Ready?
Yeah. Yeah. And then we're going to get to more announcements.
Have you tasted what's happened in frozen pizza? The good news is McCain Light Delight. The good taste starts with this crispy croissant crust. 16 layers of paper-thin pizza dough cooked up into a light-textured, flaky gourmet crust. The good food continues on top with a hearty helping of everything you expect in a great pizza. McCain Light Delight. Taste what's happened in frozen pizza.
What was it, that groan and moan he did at the beginning? Play it again.
Again?
Yeah, let's listen to the groan.
All right. Hold on. Here we go.
Have you tasted what's happened in frozen pizza? The good news is McCain
Let's go back
Light
to the beginning.
Delight. The good taste.
All right.
Have you tasted
One more
Okay,
time.
so
Okay.
this guy is amazing.
He's a great actor.
We've been talking about what's the point of this show, and I think we found that it should just be a Bruno Gerussi webcast. Okay.
I'll say this, though. That pizza looked mid as hell.
Yeah, it was one of those pizzas that you're like, oh yeah, I've eaten this a million times in different names, shapes, and forms.
Yeah, cardboard pizza, basically.
Yeah, it's your mom is, she doesn't have it in her to make a proper dinner, so you're gonna be eating that with some frozen French fries.
That's right.
And you'll love it. Yeah.
Take one
Okay,
bite.
so I think in addition to the Dave Kaufman lookalike contest as part of the 5-year anniversary celebration, we should also recreate this commercial starring you.
All right. I'm going to have to do a whole episode of Beachcombers.
Why can't you be our Bruno Gerussi?
I guess.
I like the way in the commercial that he said pizza, 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 pizza. It's PEETZHIA, pizza.
I don't know anything about this guy, to be honest. What would it entail for me to be our Bruno Gerussi?
I think you got to star in a TV show.
Okay.
Then you have to host your own cooking show.
He did a cooking show?
Yes, you have to have your own look-alike contest and be a star of a pizza commercial. So we're already halfway there.
I got pizza behind me in the...
Yeah.
Isn't that the same thing?
Can we hear the groan one more time?
Mina. Yeah, I should isolate the track.
It's very coarse, don't you think?
Well, there's a little bit of static in the clip too, but it's
I hate to say this, but
yeah.
it sounds like he's unloading.
What do you mean?
I think you know what I mean.
I don't think so. I don't think it sounds like that, James.
I want play it again and close your eyes.
You think he's taking a bite of this McCain pizza and he likes it so much?
I don't think he's taking a bite of the pizza.
He's unloading. Hold on. There's no video right now, so just the audio.
Yeah.
People tune in. Let us know in the chat if he's
Yeah,
unloading.
let us know if this is an unload. Okay, maybe it isn't. You know what it is?
What?
I think he was making out with a lady and he broke away. That's a guy. Look, it's almost 11 o'clock. We can tell it like it is. That's a guy who has pulled off women's underpants with his teeth.
You think so?
I know
Bruno
so.
Gerussi.
And we're looking for a pair of underwear for me to take off with my teeth. It's 2 weeks in a row. We're still talking about this. This is why guests are banned. Which guest could contribute to this?
Bruno Gerussi.
Yeah, we need to get AI Bruno Gerussi here. Okay. So that's one of the big announcements.
Yeah. You know what I think of that big announcement?
What is it? All right, so we got to work this into the show somehow. I've been contacting guests from the past. This is not so dissimilarly to the
Like
SNL
Benjamin
50.
Franklin?
Yeah, Benjamin Franklin and all the great founding fathers are going to be part of the show. SNL had their 50th anniversary homecoming. I watched it on Sunday. I didn't care much for it.
Really?
I didn't laugh that much. It was for them, and that's fine.
I didn't watch any of it.
It's fine. I thought, well, why can't this be us?
But I like
did
SNL.
50, so do I. I have no issue with it. They did 50. We're going to do 5.
Yeah.
A month-long celebration. I might be getting ahead of myself. I've got big plans. There's going to be bonus episodes. And maybe, just maybe, one great big way to cap it off. I'm not saying anything yet, but what we know for sure is there's going to be the Dave Kaufman lookalike contest.
I like it. Because we've been looking all over for a guy who looks like me.
We are starting now, so get ready to send your email to Kaufman lookalike contest.
I need to book that email. Yeah.
Okay. Now, this was a roundabout way. I was talking about how I didn't have time to prep the show because I was out and about in the Quartier du Spectacle. As I was leaving Fafun Electric, I was walking by a Subway, and I saw a banner advertisement for a product that I thought was... I needed to do a double take. I thought, this can't be real. And then it was real, and I started laughing on the street. Dave, I would like for you to pull the image that I found up. I can't believe this exists. At Subway, which you can buy now. It's the Subway Footlong Sidekicks Footlong Nachos, where you get some toasted nachos in a 12-inch... I don't even know what you'd call this.
Maybe a trough?
Yeah, a trough. Would a receptacle make? Is that the right word for it?
Receptacle, maybe?
Receptacle, yeah.
Yeah.
Even in the picture, they don't look that good.
No, they look like shit. They look really bad. They look like nachos that... I mean, these are worse than nachos that I would make at home where I'm just putting chips on a plate and then tossing them in the microwave.
Now, here's the thing. They can bake a sandwich just fine at Subway.
Mm-hmm.
How are they... Is there a special 12-inch oven that they're... I guess it's the same as the sandwich.
It must be the same oven. They put that when they toast it or untoasted. Well, not untoasted.
It also looks a little too chunky.
Yeah.
But you know that they did launch last year a 12-inch cookie.
Really?
I went to Subway a couple weeks ago, close to midnight, because I wanted some cookies. And I asked the guy, how many of these 12-inch cookies do you sell? And he went, not many.
What is a 12? What does it look like? It's just a really long cookie?
It looks like exactly like the nachos, but 12 inches, and it's a cookie.
I'll say this in the nachos defense. What I like about the concept of this is that it seems like there's a good spread of toppings and empty space on the chips. Like if you get a regular plate, you have all the toppings in the center. Some nachos are soaked, and then some are dry on the exterior. These ones, they all have a little dry bit you can hold on to, and then a sort of wetter bit on the outside that you're scooping the stuff with. Which I
feel like you would
idea.
Get it and you go, there's not a lot of nachos here.
Yeah, maybe. It's certainly not 12 inches of nachos.
Now, coming into the chat, High Score Run writes, review them on stream and write them off. Dave, what's it going to take for you and me to go eat these nachos? We've had nachos plenty of times together.
I mean, there's a Subway down my block.
Should we go tomorrow?
Tomorrow? My daughter's...
How depressing would it be to walk in all this cold and blizzard snow? Getting into Subway, we'll take the 12-inch nachos. Eating in Subway is so depressing.
It smells bad. The bread, whatever bread baking process that they go through in a Subway, don't smell great.
I like the bread smell.
Really?
I like it. I'm into it.
That to me might be the most shocking thing that I know about you now.
That's the candle that I want.
That's
the candle that I want. They've got a Canadian Tire smelling candle.
So Subway, that's good though. There's something about rubber that smells good. Sandwich bread, like it just smells like what's the like honey oat or whatever it's called. What's it called?
Yeah, I like the Italian, just the plain white bread.
Yeah, yeah.
But the Parmesan one is good too.
None of them
They
are
all
good.
taste the same.
They all taste like shit.
Okay,
But
well,
the show's not going to be sponsored by Subway anytime
to,
soon.
to be determined. I think we get this and we get the cookie.
Yeah. I would try the cookie. I feel like Subway started with the Felix and Norton cookies, and those were the shit.
Now,
Those were the
when I walked by Subway and I saw this, I thought, that's what we're going to talk about on the show. And then I got home, I found the image, and I thought, there's got to be some other bizarre products out there to talk about. And then it occurred to me that I saw an ad for something fairly recently, and I thought, let's investigate this a little bit more. So, Dave, I'd like you to bring up the next image that I sent you.
All right, here we go. It's the Maya Vaporator.
The world's first smokable vibrator.
Oh,
So for people who don't know, a vape is like a smoking substitute device. You smoke in vapors that may or may not have nicotine in it.
well, you don't smoke the vapors; you vape them.
All right, okay. Well, see, this exposes my naivete.
Well, otherwise,
You vaporize the vapors.
yeah, and then you smoke the smoke when you're smoking, but you vape
for-
the vapors.
Yeah. And for people who do not know what a vibrator is, Dave, why don't you let them know? Well, I know you've got a lot of experience.
I don't have that much experience with the vibrator. What I've been told from my sources is that it's a device that sort of a self-pleasuring device that
It doesn't have to be self-pleasure. You're limiting it.
That's true. It's a pleasuring device for his or her pleasure or their pleasure. Widely available across many stores, including the pharmacies these days.
Yeah, you and I were in a CVS or a Walgreens in the States about 3 years ago, and I said, they sell sex toys here. And then shortly thereafter, they started selling them at Pharmaprix, Brunet, and Jean Coutu, where you can find everything, even a friend.
Yeah, that's true. And, generally they're battery powered, I guess. Normally you're not plugging them into the outlet, I would imagine.
Sure.
And they pulse or vibrate for with probably different settings, I would guess. And people use
These
it.
are a lot of very educated guesses.
I'm just going by what I've heard.
Yeah,
And,
telling it like it is.
A person would use one, from what I've been told, to sort of, I guess,
Stimulate.
for lack of a better word, bust. Yeah.
Yeah, unload.
Yeah, unload, yeah. To, make all sorts of noises like, yeah. Yeah.
Now, it's funny that High Score Run talked about reviewing the 12-inch nacho plate.
Yeah.
That review is to be continued, but I did find a review online for this vape and vibrator.
Let's see the big picture one more time. Just,
Sure.
yeah. I don't really understand it, to be honest. But go ahead, read the review. Maybe it'll shine a little light on what the hell's going on with this thing.
Now, this is a true review as far as I can tell. Review goes as follows. Okay, so when I saw this on Instagram...
Okay. This is a Bill Maher review.
Turning to Bill Maher, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
people.
I'm trying to get the intonation of the reviewer.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I saw this on Instagram, I was immediately intrigued. A vape and a vibe? And I thought, oh, what does vibe mean? Oh, it's short for vibrator.
Yeah, that's the train of thought that you went.
Yeah. They go on to write, I was skeptical that this was just a novelty, but the opportunity of having both in one stylish package, I said, yes, I have to get it. But would the vape work? Answer is yes, perfectly. More importantly, would it be worth the expense? Resoundingly, yes. My wife has been an Eroscillator fan for years. I guess the Eroscillator is another sex device.
That's
And
it's not a vape, it's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. when you want to get your vibe on. My wife has been an Eroscillator fan for years, and she has barely used it since. It's very strong at the highest setting, which she goes for. It's nice and silky smooth. The removable cap, where you screw in the vape cartridge, adds for a better grip and is a really nice looking sex machine. I am, frankly, shocked to be able to write this good of a review because I didn't think this could be as good as advertised. But after multiple booming O's and the ability to puff right before or after makes this a 5-star every day.
The more I think about it, the more I don't think this product should exist.
Why is that, Dave? Are you trying to kink shame?
I'm not. I have nothing against either one of these appliances, but I just feel like
appliances.
Yeah, they're appliances.
Yeah, sure.
Are they not?
I don't know. When I think appliance, I think washer, dryer, stove, fridge.
I guess you're right. Let me make
a vibe and a vape.
I just got an Instant Pot Duo Crisp. It's half a pressure cooker and
half a vibrator.
Half a vibrator.
Leaves your lady feeling nice and crispy.
Well, that would be the yeah. It's half an air fryer.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think to myself, should I just have bought them separately and let them do their own job, but better, rather than sort of both jobs, but slightly worse at both?
Yeah.
And also, I just feel like, you don't shit where you eat, so to speak.
You don't want to hit that vape after a booming O?
No. And then the other problem I have is that, like, can we just not review? Like, does everything need a review section?
Well, how else are people going to know whether they're going to get a vape and a vibe?
I'm just imagining this guy with a nightlight typing on his machine, giving a resounding review to the vibrator vaporizer.
What flavor do you think he got?
I mean, it must be warm apple pie.
Look, after finding this product, I went in a real rabbit hole. Mm-hmm. And Dave, you've got some explaining to do.
Well, the rabbit hole, I believe the rabbit is another one of these sexual toys, right?
How would you know?
I've heard about it.
Well, speaking of that noise, as I was saying, Dave, you've got a lot of explaining to do.
Why is that?
I found a product that's branded by you. And we're not talking about your brand of beer that you're trying to pierce into the marketplace. Mm-hmm. No, of course, we're talking about what I found to be scratch and sniff undergarments by Kaufman. Dave, you want to explain yourself here?
Well, James, I've never heard of this product.
Oh, really?
This must be one of those.
Like, is this just a guy that looks like you?
You've seen The Simpsons with Mr. Sparkle?
Yeah.
Yeah, must be the same kind of thing. This is probably a Japanese company. Who has a brand mascot.
Japanese or the Jewish brand name?
With a very similar face to mine and a very...
This guy should enter the lookalike contest.
I would put this Kaufman in the lookalike contest. Because this isn't me, James. This is some other Kaufman.
The branding looks a lot like your beer brand.
It does. And I'm going to have to talk to my team of legal representation about a nice lawsuit going after the perpetrators of...
because they're using your name and likeness.
They're using my name and likeness. But let's hear about the product first, because maybe it's a quality thing.
Well, it's pretty clear. It's scratch and sniff undergarments, which is pretty convenient that you're saying is not affiliated to, is you've been on this show for almost 2 months now talking about how you like to pick up underwear and sniff them.
Okay. The way you're phrasing it seems like it's something that I bring up.
How would you phrase it?
I would phrase that for the past 2 months, you've been bringing up this detail, that alleged detail about me.
Well, you admitted it.
Well, I've picked up underwear off the floor and to tell if it's dirty or not, I've given it a little sniff.
Yeah, you like to get a sense of if it's dirty or not, so you
Well, the way
sniff
you're
it.
phrasing it, it's that I like it. It's more that I find it useful. It's
Right.
a utilitarian kind of thing, James. It's
And
not
it seems like these scratch and sniff
preference thing.
undergarments are useful as well and utilitarian.
Well, I don't know. You haven't read the description yet.
Well, Dave, I'll do you one better.
Mm-hmm.
I found a review.
Okay.
Would you like to hear it?
Well, I suppose it would be foolish not to hear what my competition has going on.
Here's the review.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, I don't know who at Kaufman's thought, quote, scratch and sniff undergarments was a good idea, but they should be fired immediately.
Okay, great.
This is, without a doubt, the worst thing I have ever put on my body. First off, the cherry blossom and vanilla scented bikini cut smelled like an air freshener that's been left in a hot car for a decade. Sickly sweet and completely overpowering. Or the lilac high cut was more reminiscent of an old lady perfume mixed with bug spray. Some nice smells so far.
Uh-huh.
Got cherry blossom and vanilla and lilac. The reviewer goes on to say, and the slush boy shorts? If you've ever wondered what freezer burn and melted convenience store ice smells like, Kaufman's has got you covered.
Okay.
And finally,
Go ahead, James.
The vegetable medley soup G-string.
Okay. Now that sounds like a good flavor.
My God. It's like someone spilled canned peas and overcooked carrots into a sweaty pair of gym socks and said, yes, let's make this a fragrance. To make matters worse, the scents do not fade. They cling to you like a bad decision and get worse the more you move.
Mm-hmm.
By lunchtime, I smelled like a haunted Yankee candle store. By evening, I was debating whether to just burn my clothes rather than put them in the laundry. Avoid at all costs. Kaufman's, you should be ashamed. Do better.
Okay, it's interesting. What I find most interesting about that review is that it's mostly the I guess, for lack of a better word, the flavors that this person's
Sense.
yeah, that this person's complaining about, and not the general concept wherein it's encouraging you to get your underwear scratched in order to sniff a flavor. In fact, to this person, I would recommend
the friction when you're walking.
Oh, it's the friction, because I would recommend not scratching the underwear at all if you don't want to smell it.
You know, you sound pretty defensive for someone whose product doesn't affiliate to your.
I'm just saying, it seems like an easy problem for this person who's writing the review to mend, just by virtue of not scratching the underwear.
So we've got vanilla and cherry blossom.
They're probably just scratching it too hard.
Lilac.
Yeah.
Slush.
Yeah.
And garden vegetable medley. Now, can we go back to let's look at this image.
Yeah.
It's some pretty enticing brand identity, don't you think?
I will say it does look like me.
Yeah,
I won't deny that.
You know, maybe this is a Clark Kent type of thing.
What do you mean? Well, this person's wearing glasses, you're right.
Yeah.
And I'm not wearing glasses, so it couldn't be
How do
me.
you explain the last name?
Kaufman? Well, there's a lot of Kaufmans. Martha Kaufman, creator of Friends. Did I create Friends? No. I didn't create this either.
All right, interesting. Now, do you foresee yourself maybe getting your wife or your kids a pair?
I would say probably not. Definitely not for my kids.
But hold on. Wouldn't it make it a more enjoyable sniffing experience when you have to pick underpants up off the floor? So it's like, oh, it doesn't smell like dookie. It smells like slush.
But here's the thing. I want to know if it smells like dookie, because then I didn't know if I need to wash the underwear or not.
Right, so you might be thrown by the scent of
I
garden
might think that these underwear are clean when they're not, because the sniff is overwhelming the scratch, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, and the scent never goes away.
Yeah. Which I don't think is possible. I feel like that's like almost a perpetual motion kind of claim.
All right, so out of the 3 items that we saw, the Subway 12-inch nacho plate.
I'm going for the nachos.
All right, so, but hold on.
Okay.
You got the nacho plate, the vape vibrator, or the Kaufman branded scratch and sniff underpants. I'd like for you to rank them in terms of which you'd be most likely to be a consumer of to least likely. This should be good.
I mean, this is pretty easy, James. I would say number 1, nachos. I would eat the nachos. I'd try them, very least. Number 2, ooh, I guess I'm gonna have to go the vape vibrator.
Why does vape vibrator come in at number 2?
Well, I feel like I don't really use a vibrator, and I don't really vape, but I could try vaping. I'd probably rather pick up vaping than scratch and sniff underwear.
Why is that?
Well, because of the reviews complain. Like, if I'm just walking around and the smell never goes away, then,
Yeah.
you know,
All right.
we have
So
to
you're
vape
going-
just to keep the smell in my nose.
12-inch nachos, vape vibrator,
Yeah.
Kaufman scratch and sniff undergarments.
Yeah, but the real winner is the McCain pizza.
Yeah, of course, courtesy of the one and only Bruno Gerussi.
Yeah, why don't you rank him, James? And you can't pick the same ranking as me.
I can't? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'd probably go... Yeah, I'd probably go vape vibrator 1.
Okay, which functionality are you using? Multi-purpose?
Both.
Okay, great.
Could have a great time.
Yeah, you're right.
Have some friends over.
Whoa, multiple friends.
Number 2, for
One
sure,
friend
the
to
scratch
vape and
and
one
sniff
friend to
underpants.
vibrate. Yeah, okay.
Scratch and sniff underpants.
Yeah. You buy
I
them,
love the smell of
you
lilac.
buying them for a sort of a Christmas gift, or are you wearing them yourself?
I'm saving them for someone special.
Okay.
And then finally, the
You'll
nacho
be
plate
saving them a long time.
because Subway's depressing to eat in.
Yeah, you're right. And the bread smells like shit.
I like the bread smell. Maybe we can do a mashup where
Yeah.
Scratch and Sniff Undergarments by Kaufman does a Subway bread scent.
Or maybe your vape vibrator, the vape flavor is Subway sandwich bread.
You've consolidated all of them into one.
Yeah.
All right.
Of a true multi-purpose tool, a nacho vibrator vape scratch and sniff underwear.
All right. Let's
It's like the
let's
Swiss
stay
Army
posted.
knife of bullshit.
Yeah, next week you might see some promo material featuring your own likeness.
Yeah, great.
Now, Dave, there's one episode left in the month of February next week before we celebrate the 5-year anniversary all March long. The show began in the middle of March. We're going to celebrate all month long. Do we unban guests next week? Or, as the Eagles once said, do we take it to the limit one more time?
We should make a poll.
Interesting. Okay, so do we unban guests going into next week?
Yeah. Let's let the people decide.
Okay, I like it. How many total
It's a
votes do you think
democracy,
are going to
right?
come in for this?
What? 2?
How many?
Me and you.
2? Wow. Okay, so we're voting.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna put it to the poll at home with James show on Instagram. Until then, Dave. Oh, we've done it again. We've run through a gamut of topics. Tonight was like a hot knife through butter.
Yep.
Easy.
Easy peasy. Beautiful.
Final
Very good.
thoughts, Dave? Anything you want to say to the viewer?
Brush your teeth. Floss your teeth. Dental care. It's important.
I couldn't have said it better myself, and this has been approved by the American Dental Association. Until then, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.
Oh, very low. Raise that line.